Brightscape, and I'm the host of Jim Henson's Creature Shock Challenge. This is my baby daddy. Yes, it's true. He put another alien. Now there's one alien's turned into two. What's he doing back there? Not again.
He's got the baby daddy shirt on and everything.
This is Jed Lazinski, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. Look what he did.
We just came for Dragon Con, and she finds a way to make everything awkward. Now here we are, we're co-hosting.
Out of nowhere, 2 minutes notice.
This is my awesome brother, Jake H. Lee.
I say dragon, you say con. Dragon! Dragon!
We've been traveling around the world on the Wonderland tour. We also play music as well. So we've been going since May, haven't we,
And we'll be
Jake?
playing tomorrow night, won't we?
And we're playing tomorrow night down at the Hyatt, 10:30. Come and watch us. I think it's Regency 6 and 7.
4 and 5, I think.
4 and 5 even.
Roman numerals, she is.
I can blame it on the baby brain. Anyway, welcome to our Friday night cosplay!
Also, I want to say all these papers were in order before we came up here, but then backstage Gigi dropped everything.
That's not true.
So-
You're not getting any love tonight.
We're staying in a room together, so I hope he's not getting any love tonight.
All right, we will start the show sooner or later. You guys have seen a lot of great costumes walk across the stage since 2005, yes? Yes. What is the Friday Night Costuming Contest? This is a craftsmanship contest. Our judges have already met with each of the contestants and examined their costumes closely to determine the very best of the best. Yay! Each year, the contestants have consistently raised the bar on the level of work and detail they put into their costumes. Even the novices have been producing high-quality costumes. So last year, Dragon Con decided it was time to raise the stakes. Ooh, drum roll, please. That's the weakest drum roll ever! Give it to me! Challenging contestants a little more. The skill levels are youth, novice, journeyman, and professional. And page turning. Which not.
You need help with that?
Oh, now you want to help. So you guys ready to get started? First of all, show them your lightsaber, babe. Oh no, it's not broken.
It's just a cheap one, though.
You have no idea. Like this.
I only agreed to do this if I could bring my lightsaber with me. So, okay, I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
Okay, so first we've got the novice category. This is people that have never competed in a major competition and does not make costumes professionally. And it says introduce the contestants, so I better do that. Come on, stand over here and pretend like we know what we're doing. Yeah. Come on, guys, you can do it. Number 1, Jed Lazinski, would you please read?
This is Kelly Conley. Kelly Conley is a designer from Erie, Pennsylvania. She's an avid fan of Dungeons & Dragons. The inspiration for this costume came from her own character who recently became a Valkyrie warrior. The outfit is an authentic Roman style and has implemented both an underdress and armor. The wings are formed from molded outdoor electrical wire held together with a thin layer of flexible plastic, allowing for a natural and fluid movement to occur while walking. Each feather is individually attached and the tips of the wings are hand-painted. This designer implemented elements in the costume that she has never worked with before, including leather, working, wings, and different methods of armor crafting. The armor is crafted from cut and molded athletic flooring and was designed to be both comfortable and practical to wear.
Round of applause. What a start. Setting the bar very high straight off the bat. Next up we have Jennifer Rota. This designer enjoyed the original Bloom Country comic strip that ran through the 1980s. Due to affection for one of the main characters, Opus, the penguin, the designer wished to pay homage by creating this costume. While walking through the hardware store, the designer spied the beer can chicken roaster, a metal frame that seemed to be exactly what was needed for the construction of the snout. Snout. The penguin feet used ping pong balls for toes. The body of the penguin was was a store find for a generic penguin and was altered to align with the look of the comic strip character. The designer lives in, you know how to pronounce that one?
Decatur?
Australians.
Maybe we should ask the American. I love it, an American citizen. Can't you hear it?
And this is Jennifer's first ever time in a costume event at Dragon Con.
Decatur! My favourite are those ping pong toes. Babe, your toes look a bit like that. At number 3, Amber Leather. Novice, an original creation. Welcome Amber in her own creation, the Dragon Queen. Amber is from Stone Mountain, Georgia. She's self-taught in all techniques she has used, from sewing, engineering to sculpting. The design for this costume started as doodle. What? Beg your pardon? Amber has made the costume completely by herself and in only 2 months. That's amazing. Looks stunning.
That's awesome.
Amber works as a local library running children's programs. She enjoys crafting of all types.
One more time, round of applause for...
All right, the next contestant is Lance Hicks. This designer is from Ackworth, Georgia, playing on the principle of practicality. He made this costume with character function in mind. Nightwing is perhaps the most acrobatic hero in the DC universe, and his suit should be accommodating. Using a second skin athletic shirt, 3D polymers, fabric, and acrylic paints and sealers were used to create the design. The gauntlets are made of foam and each have a separate feature.
Babe, I think his lights are bigger than yours.
See about that. The right is modified with steel to allow easy access to magnetized wingdings. I want to see wingdings. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
The left houses the wireless controls for the Charisma sticks. These are made of clear PVC tubing and couplings, cellophane wrap, and LEDs, which are controlled remotely in the left gauntlet.
I love the abs. Did you get them at Fitness First?
Look at that body. Go look at that body.
I've just got one ab.
Looks out.
Just one. See them popping out. This is amazing. All these guys have never professionally made. This is unbelievable. Wow. Okay, where are we at, boys? Jake?
All right, next up we have Dawn Chandler. Once again, we're in the novice category. And Dawn Chandler, the designer of this creepy costume, hails from Alabama. And this is her first entry in the contest. But the second year, get a little spooked out here, but second year wearing the costume. The idea came from a YouTube video, but she added her own elements. Dawn built everything except the crutches and started with the back legs or stilts by wrapping the foam and fabric around them. The pants have extra fabric sewn into them to fit over the stilts. The fabric strips are attached one at a time to the entire costume along with cheesecloth.
Terrifying!
Terrifying.
In an amazing way!
The front legs and foam is also wrapped around them. Everything is sewn together with yarn and oversized buttons. Last was the jacket and sewing on the foam hump. Height and weight is about 7 foot tall and about 30 pounds.
Bravo! Amazing. Number 6, Jennifer Morris. Genre is film and TV. The designer is Jennifer Morris from Aiken, SC. The designer chose to portray it from, things are getting scary up here, guys. From the Tudesque time period. Tudoresque time period. It's how the Australians say it, okay?
Tudoresque.
That's how convicts speak, all right? Stephen King's It and the most recent It movie. The original It is depicted in newspaper clippings as appealing and from many different eras. The makeup is inspired from the more recent It movie. I have not seen it because I was too scared after the first one.
Like you with Jaws too.
You're amazing. She got started in costuming in college college with the Society for Creative Anchorism. That's amazing. This is the first attempt. All right, number 7.
Okay, this is Moira Ashland. Myra. This designer has been working on this costume for over a year. The cape and gloves were patterned from scratch and hand embroidered. The crown is made from heat-formed plastic and auto paint.
Stop that crap. Oh, it's turning into a very different show.
The dress is made from matte satin and suiting material, features hand embroidery and hand sewn trim. The wig and dress both feature magnets for a magical transformation, which we just saw, to the ice dress. This dress features hand painted and sewn beading, a cape made, and hand dotted glitter paint to resemble ice crystals. The shoes, let's see those shoes.
Let's see them.
Spark.
The shoes are made from heat-formed thermoplastic on a heel base. The skirt has 2,000 rhinestones hand applied. The dress took an incredibly long time to figure out the engineering and assemble all the parts and accessories.
One more time for Moira. All right, you guys really like that?
You know what else could be sparkling right now, babe?
Oh, this is turning into a horror movie.
What does a girl need to do? All right, number 8. Take it away, Jake Etchley.
Next up, we have Heather and Bill Tracy. Ooh, here we go. Oh, I like this one. Heather and Bill are from Raleigh. Have been cosplaying since DragonCon 2014, and this is their first cosplay contest. After seeing Doctor Strange, Heather knew they should cosplay these characters and get the costumes as movie quality as possible. Many hours were spent scouring the internet for close-up shots of the costumes to get just the right fabrics and details. Some items were made from a pattern, but everything was heavily modified to be closer to the movie versions. The cloak of levitation, in particular, was hand-patterned. The metal pieces, such as were 3D printed and then hand-painted. Bill built and coated the LED shield and fan props. Heather hand-stitched the Doctor Strange symbol on the front of the vest and hand-stamped the detail on her stoles. Their favourite parts of the costumes are the cloak of levitation and the silk stoles. One more time for Heather and Bill Tracy.
Number 9, Shimizu. Okay, here we go. Evan was told that he could be anything he wanted to be when he grew up. So he designed and built Falanders from Silver Dragon. The costume was constructed over 3.5 years. Consisted of approximately 13,000 scales, hand sewn onto a plethora of, unitard base. Woo woo! And weighs roughly 50 pounds.
Falandrin's head is made from upholstery foam, has a moving jaw with a custom-built hinge and a light-up mouth and eyes. His tail is made out of acrylic and nylon webbing skeleton wrapped inside of foam. The wings made by the crooked feather extend manually. Let's see those wings.
Wow!
Go ahead, extend them. Let's see. Oh, let's hear.
I should borrow that unitard for yoga.
Evan is a computer science PhD candidate from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
One more time.
Extraordinary. Number 10.
Okay, this is Nick Conti.
I love this one.
There is a forest deep in the mountains of some long-forgotten land called Fall Forest. In this forest lives a faun who wanted adventure, and so he sets out into the world. This costume is inspired by a Daryl Toe comic. The hood of the faun is modeled after one in the Dragon Age 2 video game worn by the main character. Mostly all material in the creation of this costume has been recycled. The costume creator used a leather jacket, couch backing, and a throw rug, all costing a total of $40. The shoes are size 11 women's 5-inch heels shaped by wall plaster and crochet squares. The customer actually taught himself to sew for the first time by working on the hood.
The eco-friendly Nick.
Number 11, Christopher Mrazinski. All right, here we go. This is a gaming genre. Chris hails from Bay City, Michigan, where he works full-time as a prop maker. Oh, what is going on here? Is someone going to have nightmares all night? This is Chris's first full costume build and took roughly 6 months to complete. The suit is constructed from foam muscles and upholstery foam coated in latex. The plague bearer's head and hands were hand sculpted, molded and cast in latex. The suit has very limited visibility and really is as warm as you'd expect. The suit has a single zipper along the rear and is masked by the removable spine, usually requiring another person to help get in and out of the suit. Yeah. Wow, man. You look...
Good job, man.
Is that what's going to happen? Is that
Chris carries with him a corrupt plague sword coated with real rust, which was carved from insulation board, yielding a very lightweight prop. One more time for Chris. 7.
So here we go, guys. So let's see. Let's pause for a moment before we move on to our next category, which is Journeyman. So we're finished with our novice, so let's give them a huge round of applause. And let's pause for a moment to introduce to you the folks behind this magic. The contest project manager, Mandy Owens. Costuming track director, Lee Cox. Programming operations director, Bill Harrison. Main programming director, Kat Harrison. And last but not least, the lady that lets me email her and stalk her all year round to beg to host this amazing night, the beautiful Regina Kirby! Cool, should we move on to our Journeyman category? All right, kids, so here's the deal. At least 1 year costuming experience, has won an award at another costuming contest, and has entered this contest 2 or more years.
So this stuff's going to be neck.
Woo! All right, let's kick it off, boys. Yep.
Okay, we've got Rebecca Ray. Roughly a year ago, Becca Lane Creations realized that The Little Mermaid was one of the few Disney princesses to not have a full ball gown. Instead, she had a simplistic A-line dress, which frustrated her because she has a love for making and wearing ball gowns. One night, she ended up watching the 2015 live-action Cinderella movie. After the beautiful ballroom scene, an idea came to mind. She then sketched it down and dove headfirst into bringing that sketch to life. The sketch combined the iconic Cinderella skirt, petticoats and all, with the Disney parked Ariel boat ice and sleeves.
Bodice.
Okay. Whatever.
English?
Becca Lane is an Atlanta-based costumer who enjoys making and wearing princess costumes. She wears her costumes to brighten people's day by seeing fairy tale characters in real life.
My day is definitely bright. Thank you. Next up, we have Jesse Trotter in the genre of gaming. This is a solo wolf cosplay as Geralt from Rivia from The Witcher. Any fans out there of The Witcher? Amazing. Solo wolf cosplay has been cosplaying for 5 years now, and this is his third contest. His Geralt of Rivia cosplay took 1.5 years total time to make. Most of the costume is hand sewn, and the necklace has LEDs. All the armor is naturally aged over time and used as LARP armor. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Jesse.
Number 3, Nina. No, it's Nina. It's actually pronounced Nina. Thank
Nina.
you, baby daddy. Nina is a student at the University of Tennessee in Chattanooga and has been costuming for over a decade. This costume was inspired by an Art Nouveau design at Walt Disney's Snow White by Hannah Alexander. The top layer is made from a yellow silk essence that has been ombre airbrushed, machine embroidered and hand beaded. The embroidery on the skirt uses a variety of pre-made patterns that were put together at random using 4 different shades of purple. Nina created the pattern for the bodice and used a pale yellow for its embroidery. The costume took over 100 hours of machine embroidery and has taken approximately 20 months to complete. Amazing. The embroidery on the skirt includes hundreds of flowers, a few dozen butterflies, and 3 birds. This is Nina's 9th Dragon Con.
One more round of applause.
Okay, we have Elizabeth Damp. Nina London is a Chicago-based cosplayer who made her first foray into leatherwork with this representation of Arya Stark from season 7 of HBO's Game of Thrones. The doublet, skirt, and belt were all hand-detailed, which involved hours of scoring, quilting, and stamping in order to replicate the intricate screen costume. The cape lining was dyed by hand, and the exterior fabric was carefully textured using 2 embroidery techniques to achieve screen accuracy. As much time was spent researching new methods for this costume as making the actual outfit. The original screen costume was constructed so the sword could be carried in the left hand. Nina herself is right-handed and is so grateful to wear this costume without injuring herself or others.
I'm just going to take a pause for a second. I'm just going to take a quick pause because I want to tell you about the online competition, guys. So each of these contestants are competing for an award plaque and a $50 in Dragon dollars, that can be spent at the DragonCon store. Yeah! 4 contestants will be presented with an honourable mention certificate that's suitable for framing. And then there are 2 opportunities for you guys, the audience, to get in on the voting. An audience choice will be awarded by your applause later. And all contestants of the professional category will automatically qualify for the social media fan favourite contest. Near the end of this contest, we will announce when the photos of all the professional category costumers will be posted on DragonCon's official Facebook page. And the link at the bottom of the screen, it's at facebook.com/DragonConOfficial. There you vote for your favourite. You don't even have to physically be here at DragonCon to vote, so you can text your friends and ask them to vote. The lucky winner will be awarded 2 free 2019 DragonCon memberships! Woo! Carry on!
Next up, we have April Blackwell. April, aka Pirate Cat, started cosplaying in 2011 with Star Wars costuming group, the Rebel Legion, and has since branched out to make her own costumes to cosplay anything and everything that she enjoys. This year she chose to challenge her sewing skills with her favourite character's fanciest dress. This costume is a design for the character Yoshiko from the game Love Live School Idol Festival and the anime Love Live Sunshine. There are 6 different skirts on the costume, each with a different length and detail on the hem. The stockings and gloves are also handmade. The costume even has a hidden pocket, because everyone needs pockets. So hidden she's struggling to find it. The detail on the bottom of the skirt had to be hand-trimmed and took an entire season of The Office to complete. One more time for April Blackwell.
Number 6, Robert Mills. All right, we're still on the journey, man. Let's have a look. This Dalek is a true paradigm Dalek, built entire from fiberglass, epoxy-coated foam. He's built by a full-time physician and native of Atlanta.
Oh,
Wait, let's
we need microphones.
Thank you, Dragon God. I am not R2D2.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Robert.
Okay. Melody Gerhardstein. This designer,
It's invisible.
I said Melody.
It's the Empress New Clothes.
Melody, we got a melody back there. Melody, 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 melody.
Here she comes. This designer is an avid Fallout fan who sewed her jumpsuit from scratch and built her props entirely from EVA foam and recycled materials. The Mr. Frothy robot was sanded and hand painted, and the body was built sturdily enough to survive an accidental 30-foot fall. The construction took about 3 weeks to complete. She wanted to create a cosplay from Fallout 4's Nuka World to celebrate her 30th birthday today. Happy birthday! This Nuka World cosplay is one of her largest projects. When deciding which props to build with her costume, she decided that nothing but a life-size Mr. Frothy robot would suffice.
Yes.
Good job.
Alright, so now we may have accidentally switched the journeyman
I
to the
told you.
professional, I think, back there. So we're moving on to the professional! So you guys know what that's about now.
Maybe we'll switch for some professional MCs.
But yeah, let me just tell you guys that the journeyman category was at least 1 year costuming experience, has won an award at another costuming contest, and has entered the contest 2+ years. So this is now the professional category. And we would like to start with Jared Garcia. All right. Oh my goodness. Amazing. All right, Jared and Bethany are coming to us from Colorado Springs and are attending their first Dragon Con here with us today. Amazing. They're representing Horizon Zero Dawn and Guerrilla Games as Kaja, Blazon, Master Alloy, and Hearless. Patterns and stencils were all hand-drawn and transferred onto vinyl, silk, and wobbler. Every piece of their costumes were handmade, save for the boots and sandals used in their footwear. These costumes took nearly 7 months to make in Jared's days off and spare times before and after work and school. His attention to detail has brought life to these two amazing designs, and he's proud to share his work and craftsmanship with you. Extraordinary, guys. Really good. How do you think they've done, guys? Let's hear it.
Next up we have Briar Humphreys, who falls into the genre of TV and film. All the way from Rose Hill, Tennessee, we have Iron Man and the Mechanic, Briar Humphreys. The suit and him are one, and Briar hopes they remember him. The suit took over 400 hours plus to design and fabricate. The suit is 3 years old, is consistently needing repairs. Such is life.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Briar.
I'm sure that's going to be a couple of you guys tonight. Yes. This is my first Dragon Con sober, so it's a whole new world. I'm like, I remember everything.
Yes, we not so sober.
Not so sober. Also, this one has never tried, is it apple pie? He's the one to give it to. Plus, it's his first Dragon Con! All right, number 3.
My turn.
Oh.
Right. We got Vera Campbell. Costumer Vera Campbell is portraying Marvel's Black Widow Every piece of this costume was patterned by Vera. To accurately match the fabric used in the movie, Vera learned to silk screen to print the correct texture on heavy spandex. The boots were built from scratch on antique shoe lasts. The wig has been altered to fit with a fully hand-tied front and crown. The gloves have been made from lambskin leather. Vera lives in Star-Lord's home state of Missouri. She's been an avid costumer for over 20 years.
Amazing. All right, number 4, take it away, Jakey.
All right, next up we have Amanda Haas. May I present to you the Grand Duchess Anastasia Romanov. Amanda took over 6 months to create this gown. This gown is an original design by her with inspiration drawn from the 1997 animated movie and historical Russian court gowns of the era. The gown consists of over 10,000 crystals, beautiful hand-dyed silks, and even a crown that shines like a diamond. The crown consists of over 60 LEDs. Don't forget the originally designed embroidery all over the gown. Amanda invites anyone to come up and take a close look at her gown after the contest because the attention is all in the details. One more time.
Next we have Brett King in the professional. All right, let's see. Brett King is a costumer who normally works in the genre of steampunk, but his first love is Dungeons and Dragons. This costume is a tribute to his love of the game, showing a 30th level. Wow, are you kidding me? 30th level? Babe, you dumped. Who's won D&D by killing the 5-headed dragon? You definitely dumped. Tiamat, that's amazing, and collected some of the greatest artifacts in the game. Accessories include the blue head of Tiamat worn over his shoulders, the wand of Orcus, the hand of Vecna, an amulet of life protection, a book of infinite spells, a wand of illumination, and an animated, that's it, we're going home.
Basically what happened, there was a bunch of big words coming up and Gigi realised that she had no chance of getting through.
The designs of Brett's own interpretations on these famous magic items. Bravo, babe!
Number 6 is Desiree Sutherland and Amber Lorzel. Amber and Desiree each made their own costumes. Amber and Desiree are a seasoned costuming duo from the Midwest and have meticulously recreated the battle and Queen's Guard armors from the DCEU Wonder Woman film. They both enjoyed the challenge of researching and fabricating these detailed and multi-layered costumes, featuring numerous techniques including custom patterning, leatherwork, and foam and warbler armor fabrication. Nearly every piece seen here has been custom patterned and put together by hand. Both corsets are custom made and feature leather overlays, while both skirts consist of numerous layers of leather details. The Queen's Guard cloak is hand-stitched, and the Queen's Guard helmet features 170 twisted leather pieces. And these builds allowed them to learn new techniques and expand their skill sets.
One more time for Emma. Next up we have Mary Baker. Mary is a self-taught seamstress. You got some Mary fans out there? Yeah, we do. Mary is a self-taught seamstress who has been cosplaying since Dragon Con 2007. Whoa. Ball gowns are a special love of hers, and this is the first one she's created since 2011. The structure is made of 7 yards of muslin and over 50 feet of plastic tubing from Home Depot, with 3 layers of petticoats under an additional 3 layers of gathered, applied and elaborately bustled satin. Most importantly, the dress contains pockets. So we got pocket things in it. We love our pockets and
And all sorts of things in there.
love with the idea of a dress that not only overwhelmed the wearer, but is the very embodiment of a dress that wears you, and resolved to bring that to life or die trying. Her favourite elements of the dress are the hoops, which are wider than she is tall, and the face-consuming collar, which ensures that her hair and makeup are always stage ready. One more time for Miri.
Number 8, Yasu Tano. All right, this is in the gaming genre. Hailing from scorching hot Las Vegas, Yasu is a 3D artist specializing in bringing video game costumes to life. Awesome. Wow, using 3D printing, 2 years in the making. Yasu 3D modeled the armor parts from scratch. Then he spent more than 9 weeks 3D printing all the parts and pioneering new techniques, such as 3D printing segments directly to the bodysuit. From these, Yasu lost track of the time he took figuring the correct coating for the printed surface and sanding it. Tucked neatly under the armor is an intricate network of wiring and lights that is controlled by several painstakingly soldered and programmed by Yasu. It would be safe to say that after this build, Yasu needs healing. And much love. Hey, you made me work for it. Number 9!
Jesse Rush. Seraph Cosplay started making costumes in 2011 and always tries to incorporate new challenges with every costume. The new challenge here was the 2,800 stainless steel rings that had to be mailed together into the chainmail panels attached to the jacket, which was also a challenge due to its unique design that required custom patterning like the rest of the costume. The swords were made by creating a custom vector template scaled to the model, then constructed from MDF. Other new challenges with this costume included a tufted jacket with rivets, custom patterned and constructed men's gloves, and realistic scarring makeup. This entire costume took over 150 hours to make over several months. Additional comments, oh sorry. Shit. This costume is modeled by the creator's husband. She really appreciates him selecting this costume to be made for this year's FNCC. The chainmail was not emotionally taxing at all.
Next up we have Andy Valentine. This costume took Valentine close to 800 hours over the course of a year to complete, and is entirely real leather, metal, and every single one of the details is entirely hand-stitched. One of his biggest problems was getting the swords over from the UK, as they stand at 1.2 meters long and do not fit in any luggage, as well as spending 6 months getting his hair white for an authentic look without the need for a wig. Authentic it does look, indeed. Valentine loves the...
Wait a second. Wait, what did you say?
I resubmitted my bio and you haven't updated it. So that's no longer, I had long white hair, but I was killing it. So decided to use a wig in the end. So we'll awkwardly remove that bit.
So it's not natural? What?
So disappointed.
You're not meant to tell people that.
Valentine loves the play side of cosplay, so if you speak to him later, he'll likely be imitating Geralt's voice, or trying to.
It's alright, the accent makes up for the hair.
Most of this costume was created during his live twice-weekly costume-making stream on Twitch. Any Twitch fans out there? One more time, Andy Valentine.
Number 11, Annalisa Damasio. All right, here we go. Professional anime genre. This costume was created by Briar from Clockwork Rose Cosplay and Design in Colorado, and was completed over 3 months. There is over 68,800 beads, all stitched by hand. Briar celebrates their 6th-year cosplaying today, and their first time competing as a professional. With all the detailing, the full costume weighs over 20 pounds. That's amazing.
One more time for Annalise.
Next, we have Mayra Babineau. Mayra Rose, designer from Prop House 42 and vice president of the International Costumers Guild, spelled the same way, sorry, not really, okay. Was inspired by the struggle against the pipelines in her home state of Virginia and the work of designer Iris Van Herpen to create an original concept based on the elemental spirit of water. This costume is hand patterned and fabricated and took over 300 hours to create.
Wow.
Taffeta and tulle and satin, supported by wirework and thermoplastics, create structure and add detail. The water sprout wings and train are hand beaded. The bodice is hand fabricated scale mail with vinyl corset. Creation of this costume included wig creation, silicone prosthetics, drone prop building, LED and fiber optics installation.
Woo!
Mayra's right middle finger was severed by a table saw during a set build prior to making this costume, so she took the opportunity to train her left hand to be dominant during its fabrication.
Big round of applause!
Taken in the tail like this.
Number 13.
Number 13, we have Jennifer Gilly, which is in the genre of comics. Jennifer Gilly was inspired by all-new X-Men number 23, Trial of Jean Grey, variant cover by Dale Keown to create Groot straight off the comic pages. The costume itself consists of sculpted and heat-molded tube pipe insulation. This is a big one coming through. His suit is designed to come on and off fairly easily and is lined in the most important areas with cooling material. First time we've heard that tonight. The face prosthetic and cowl was sculpted and molded with foam latex, LEDs back Groot's bioluminescent bulbs. Jennifer Gilly divides her time between her career as a tattoo artist and her passion for costuming, special effects makeup, and body art. Tyler Brigman, modeling Groot, is a badass himself. He was a Huey Cobra helicopter mechanic in the Marines and received a medal for assisting an aid after the 2011 Fukushima disaster.
That is the best Groot I've ever seen.
Bravo! Now he's running off with Groot. Well, there you go, guys. Big round of applause for all our amazing designers. Honestly, it's so cool. Like, I've grown up with the Jim Henson Company and working for this amazing studio, and so I've grown up around aliens and creatures and critters and awesome costumes like non-stop, and the effort and the energy and the love and the courage that these guys have put into their outfits is beyond amazing. So a huge round of applause for them. To be very clear, I'm just going to go over the categories again. So we had the novice category, that was people that have never competed in a major competition, and people that don't make costumes professionally. And then we had the journeyman category, which is at least 1 year costuming experience, has won an award at another costuming contest, and has entered this contest 2 or more years. After that, we had the professional category, which either produces costumes professionally or has previously placed as a journeyman of a major costuming contest or has participated in a major contest as a journeyman 3 or more years in a row. There is one final award for Best in Show that goes to the contestant that the judges feel went above and beyond all other contestants in detail and craftsmanship. And that can be from any skill level. Alrighty. But before we announce the winners, we would like to introduce the judges of tonight's competitions. We ask the judges to stand up as we introduce them. Freddie Clements, a professor of drama and the faculty costume designer at Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Sherilyn Lambeth, costume, prop, and puppet builder whose work includes television programs, feature films, and live theater attractions, including Jim Henson Productions.
Robert Olsop hails from London, and his work can be seen on several popular movies and television series such as X-Men, Judge Dredd, and Doctor Who.
Travis Scott Merrill specialised in costume design, leatherwork, mask making, dyeing, distressing, puppetry and armour construction for film and stage. Recently, the new MacGyver series and the Avengers.
Head judge Kathleen O'Shea David, a puppeteer for over 40 years with a strong show management background. She has worked behind the scenes in film, television, and theater in various capacities.
Big round of applause for our amazing judges. We also have honourable mentions. Each year we have 4 honourable mentions. These are contestants that may not have won a prize in the skill level, but are worth mentioning. Winners of an honourable mention do qualify for the Audience Choice Award. Best use of materials, best use of technology, best makeup, and best prop. All right, so what are we going to do first, guys? Woo, here comes Lee! Everyone, a big round of applause for Lee!
Lovely job.
The use of best props, ladies and gentlemen, Brett King! We lost it. Oh, my love. Now we've lost Lee. Bravo. Next we have best use of technology. Best use of technology, Robert Mills. Oh, here he comes. Oh, a huge round of applause for Robert.
I think this is a bit of a fan favourite out there.
Thank you all. It's been a great experience.
Wow, the heat coming out of that's like, whoo! That's amazing. Goodness gracious. Please, yes, please stay up. What an amazing evening. Guys, a big round of applause for the boy. The best use of makeup, Jennifer Gilly. Jennifer Gilly! Wow, here she comes. Yay! Bravo! Oh, you almost went backwards. I am good. All right, here
Looks
we go.
like you when you woke up this morning, Jude.
It's not far off. The best use of materials, Chris Mrazinski. The best use of materials, Chris Mrazinski.
Here it comes.
Here he comes. Wow. Oh, yeah, this is a
All right,
scary
now we can put our hands together.
Quite extraordinary. Oh my gosh. Oh, babe, that's what we've got to look forward to.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. DragonCon 2019, Gigi. Next we have Best Novice. All right, guys. Let's give a huge round of applause. Let's give a huge round of applause for Myra Ashland. Myra also wins a membership to Costume Con 37. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. So has everyone had a good time tonight? Bravo.
Yes,
I do believe it was Myra that helped me drop the pages backstage too, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Little troublemaker. Next we have the best journeyman. Ladies and gentlemen, Nina Rice! I don't know how Groot's still standing. You're extraordinary. I thought these high heels were hard. Bravo! Wow! Ooh! I have my new best friend, Dragon Dollars. I like Dragon Dollars. Next we have the best professional, Vera Campbell. Yay! This is amazing. Vera Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. What have we got next, Lee? Is this the big one? The audience? All right, guys, this is your turn to get amongst it. So we're going to go through all the winners, Lee. I've lost him.
See you, Lee.
And you guys get to choose who is your favourite for the evening. You want best in show first? Yeah. Lee? Where's Lee?
That's exactly right.
So we're doing audience choice. Best in show. Get Lee.
Where's Waldo?
I'm just going to build the suspense here. Aren't they amazing? Getting a little excited though.
Brett King, raise your hand, please. There we go. Okay, everybody, let's hear it for Brett.
So this is audience
The
choice.
loudest applause wins this award, guys.
Let's
So
get it one
hear
more
it
time
Brett.
for Brett!
Robert Mills.
So just to make this very clear, guys, this is the Audience Choice Award. So it's got to be whoever you guys want out of the whole crew here, these amazing designers, your very, very favorite. And it's all voted from your applause. And go!
Let's hear it for Robert Mills.
Let's go do a 360 no-scope just to celebrate.
All right, let's hear it for Jennifer Gilly. Now let's hear it for Chris Rosinski. Okay, Myra Ashland.
We got some Elsa fans out there. Woo-woo.
Vera.
All right, so we narrowed it down.
One left, I think.
One more. Snow White. All right, so let's see who got the loudest applause then. Have we got Groot? All right, Groot, step forward, Groot. Step forward. Wait. Who else? Ladies and gentlemen, I want a proper drum roll for this, please. Louder! Jared Garcia! Best in show! Give him a big round of applause! Jared Garcia! Good work, guys. You look amazing. And there we have it, guys. The Friday night costume competition. Let's give them all a huge round of applause. Bravo! Thank you so much for coming, guys. My name's Gigi Edgley, Jen Lazinski, Jake Edgley. You've been amazing. Thank you to our awesome judges and for DragonCon 2018.
Yeah.